A costly Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals for the Lightning, and we're not talking about the result of the game. Fresh off getting swept out west, the Rays look for some home cooking against the A's, but it was a rough start. And tons of stars from the sports world in Sarasota for the annual Dick Vitale Gala for the V Foundation. Welcome on into your sports. Get comfortable. I'm Chris Torello. Let's start with a lightning bolt of emotions. That's right, the Lightning in Pittsburgh for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, during the regular season, the Lightning swept the Penguins, but Pittsburgh entered this series having won 22 of its last 27 games going back to the regular season. One good bit of news for the Lightning, JT Brown back for Game 1 in Pittsburgh at the Consol Energy Center. Sea of yellow. Opening minutes, Ryan Callahan is going to drill Chris Letang from behind. It's a 5-minute major. Callahan had to sit in the game. He may have to sit game 2. We'll find out. Goaltender Ben Bishop helps kill off a major penalty with a couple of nice saves there with Callahan in the box. But with 7:35 left in the first, Bishop sinks the hearts of Lightning fans. He goes down with a left leg injury. He's taken off the ice on a stretcher. And then, with the first period winding down, heavy hearts, Alex Killorn. Harvard men score goals. And it's 1-0, but jubilation for long? I think not. The Bolts, a little bit more bad luck here. Tyler Johnson, after a hard hit, goes down off the ice. Luckily, he would return. Going into the second, the Lightning come out of the locker room red hot. Here's Andre Palat with the rebound. It's 2-0 Bolts. Later on, it's the youngster. He's been on fire. Jonathan Drouin makes it 3-0 off the one-timer. The Lightning, facing all types of adversity, take Game 1 in Pittsburgh 3-1. Andre Vasilevsky comes in, gave up 1 goal, 26 saves in the relief effort. The Lightning steal home ice advantage with the win. They will look to take a 2-0 series lead Monday night, Game 2 in the Steel City.
We are back here at the Citrus Bowl. St. Thomas Aquinas leading 28-3 over Vieira at the half. And we are joined here on the sideline. He was just walking back onto the field. He's got his son playing for the Raiders. It is the Hall of Famer. I think you played for the Cowboys. Michael Irvin, it's great to have you here, sir. Thanks for stopping by.
Man, it's great to be here, man. There's nothing greater than this, to be out here watching these young men, grow into manhood by playing a great game we call football. It's incredible. And my son plays on the team.
Yeah, we figured. We saw him. Yeah. He's looking good so far. Nice catches. Yeah. I think he's going to be good at the next level. He's going to where you played, right?
He's going to the U, and it's a great opportunity.
What about Jake Allen, too? He's going to Florida in a couple of years.
Yeah, he's going to Florida. It's sad for him. That's all good. Somebody could have. If I'd have spent a little more time, I could have talked to the kid. I don't want to. NC2A, I'm sorry. Don't come bothering me. I didn't do anything wrong. But no, I'm happy for the kid. I'm happy for all the kids out here. Him, Trey Grimes. All of these kids got great.
Coming up on Recruiting Central, UCF lands their man to head up the football program, plus how losing on the field doesn't mean losing off the field with recruits. And we have commitments, decommitments, and yes, even recommitments. It's Recruiting Central, and it starts right now. I love the combination. Looks good.
Very Jim Tressel-esque, I think.
Well, we start with the news of a new football coach, not at Ohio State, but UCF Oregon offensive coordinator Scott Frost. He will take over a team that did not win a game in 2015. UCF was the 3rd worst scoring offense in all of college football this past season, averaging just under 14 points per game. In his 3 seasons in Oregon as the offensive coordinator, the Ducks' lowest point total, 16 in a loss to Arizona. We start off with a top recruit here in the Bay Area, an offensive weapon for the Tampa Catholic Crusaders, Nate Craig, 13 receiving touchdowns, 15 overall on the season. Florida, FSU, Auburn, so many schools want him. Preston, I'm going to start with you. What makes him so good and so attractive to teams at the next level?
We're going to add UNC. We're going to add also Notre Dame to that list. But what we really like about Nate is his concentration and body control.
From the East Coast to the West Coast, and defensive tackle Keyshawn Camp from Lake Gibson, a USC commit since back in June, 6'4", 270, highly sought after 4-star recruit, been doing a lot of his due diligence, taking some other visits, recently an unofficial in November up to Michigan, but then he also made an official out to USC, so it appears like Camp will stay in the USC camp. Now, Preston, big guy like Camp going out to the West Coast, that shouldn't affect him, should it? The 43rd Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass can be one of the most unkind of creations, and on Saturday, the remaining field found out how unforgiving this course could be. Third round action of the Players. It's considered the 5th major. Not a fun day for many golfers. Rory McIlroy off an 8 under 64 on Friday, missing the par putt here in the par 4 10th, a 3 over 75. He's 5 under for the tournament. Now, one of the best drivers, Bubba Watson, had 5 bogeys. This was his 3rd shot on the green, par 5. He would actually birdie, but he's 2 under for the tournament. Everyone's chasing this man. World number 1, Jason Day, entering at 15 under, set the record for the lowest 36-hole score at the Players. Double bogeyed here on the 6th. Comes right back with this approach on 7. See the ball, be the ball, Danny. Hashtag Caddyshack line. Gets the birdie off of this right here, but a 39, 3 over on the front. But you're coming up here on 11. Look at the concentration. See right here, kids, I would have hacked at it, but he takes his time, and then the beautiful save out of the sand. Look at the finish. He is still the leader despite the struggles. 14 under for the tournament, a 1 over 7. Before Sunday night's game against the Celtics, Magic coach Scott Skiles said his team needed to pay the price to win. They needed to play harder, more organized, and at a much faster pace. The Magic also wanted to halt an 8-game losing streak. The Magic, they lost to the Celtics up in Boston on Friday. Early on, it's going to be Aaron Gordon. He started the last 5 games. He hits the jumper. Gordon finished with 19. Here comes Isaiah Thomas for the Celtics, draining the 3. He had 23 on the night for Boston. Now, Evan Fournier is going to get caught picking up the dribble, so Mario Hezonja there to help. And Mario's actually headed to the NBA All-Star Futures game. Now to the 3rd. Solid passing leads to a wide open Victor Oladipo. And later on, it's Victor O, the drive and the finish. He only had 11, but those are 2 big baskets. Now the Celtics going to return the favor, only up 2. It's Avery Bradley, known for the defense, hitting the 3. He had 22. Then a big shot here for Evan Fournier with the Magic up 2. Hey, I guess they listened to their coach. Magic snap an 8-game losing streak, also snapping Boston's 5-game win streak. Fournier led the way with 24 for the Magic. Vooch goes for 16 points, 13 rebounds. Tobias Harris also had 16 points. The UCF men welcomed in the UConn Huskies in a pivotal American Conference meeting. Both teams entered the day 4-3 in conference standings. Early on, UConn up, but the Knights playing some really solid defense, forcing the Huskies to use the shot clock. But this right here, this is just unlucky. Rodney Purvis banking in the 3, but the Knights, they would get some luck of their own. A.J. Davis with the 3. The banks are open on Sunday. UCF, though, down 18 here, but a nice steal upcoming, and they're going the other way. At the other end of this, it's going to be Chance McSpadden with the layup, gets the foul as well. Unfortunately, though, the Huskies would not let up. This is Daniel Hamilton stepping inside the 3-point line, getting the 2. And that was the first highlight without a backboard, I want to remind you. And the good ball movement from UConn. This is former NBA player Sam Cassell's son, Sam Cassell Jr. Later on, one more coming here from Junior, the other corner. UConn just dominates UCF. They win this 67-41 for the Knights. A.J. Davis, he finished with 7 points, highest for any UCF starter. The 41 points, a season low for the Knights, also tied for their lowest point total under Donnie Jones since he was hired back in 2010.